you to your mama. Payday, payday, payday. Gonna take you to your mama. Payday. There's a rabbit on a hollow log, and I ain't got no rabbit dog. It's a shame to let that rabbit get away. Get away, away. It's a shame to let that rabbit get away. Everybody knows you lie. You got two men on the side. Gonna pull my pistol just to see them run. They'll run, oh, they'll run. Gonna pull my pistol just to see them run. All I can do, and I can't get along with you. Gonna take you to your mama. Payday, payday, payday. Gonna take you to your mama. Payday, payday, payday. Gonna take you to your mama. Payday, payday. Gonna take you to your mama. Payday. So that was Payday in the version of Guy Davis. And his version is, well, his arrangement is, well, owes a lot to the Mississippi Chic's version of Bootlegger's Blues. You can exchange those lyrics, well, effortlessly, and well, give it a listen. And it's not the Payday version of Mississippi John Hurt, which is in open E or D, and where the melody is played on the first and second strings. So this is played in the key of G, well, in G position. It has a capo on the 5th fret, so we're playing in the key of C, so to speak. But we're going to regard the capo as a 0 fret, so when I say the 3rd fret, for example, that is 1, 2, 3, which is the 8th fret in reality. So here are my first 2 strings, the tune 2, and let's play the tune. I'll play the first part very slowly, and then we'll talk it through. So we have an alternating bass throughout the piece, and if you're not used to that, well, I suggest you practice the alternating bass first, and then look at the arrangement and then just see which melody notes are on the beat and which are between the 2 beats. For example, in the first measure, this is on the beat, 2nd string, and in the 3rd beat, here, it's between beats. And I use my 2 fingers to play this arrangement. I think you play it with 1 finger as well. it's a little bit different, of course, because I pick with 2 fingers, but I can play it with 2 fingers, but I used to, well, just because I'm used to it. So, and I more or less allocate my index to the 3rd string and my middle finger to the 2nd string. And when something happens in the 1st string, well, they simply move down each step. So the middle finger goes for the 1st string and the index for the 2nd string or the 3rd string. So. To a C chord, and yeah, my G chord, I always take it this way with the pinky on the 1st string, 3rd finger here, and the 2nd finger on the 5th string. This way, well, you can go easily to the G7 without much movement, just this one is lifted up and the index is lifted down, and this happens in blues a lot, so that's the best way to fret your G chord. Like this, well, it's for the Boy Scouts and girls and not for blues pickers. Also, something like this, it's very easy to do that with the pinky. And you will educate your pinky as well, and hopefully it will become a fully fledged finger like the other 3. And that's a very strong weapon in any case. So we were, and notice I keep that short by using my picking finger to mute the string. After I picked it, I let it rest on that string. Like that. Then to our C chord. Pinch with my 2 fingers, like that, to make the chord a little bit fuller. Add the pinky to the 3rd fret 2nd string, and then go back to the G chord. When you play that last note, the open G string in the 5th measure, you already change chords. Now move. And here the alternating bass pattern changed a bit. 6th, 4th, 6th, 5th string. It's just a little movement to go to that D chord. Like that. And that D chord is fingered by just the fingering, fretting the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. You'll notice the alternating bass goes to the 5th and 4th string. And in the last 2 beats of the 8th measure we go to an E minor, like that. And back to our G. So the full 7th and 8th measure. Like that, okay. And then we have the 10th measure. So, in the middle of the measure we go to the C chord for 2 beats. 1, 2, and back to our G. And the pinky frets the 3rd string, the 2nd string 3rd fret. That move, C, and to E minor. And then the pinky does all the movement for that run, that riff where we sing I'll take you back to your mama payday. still the instrumental part. And in the 16th bar, that last note seems like a simple bass note, but it's a melody note. So that's it for the introduction. And you'll notice when I played it in the performance, I do little things differently. First of all, I try to add some swing in it by accenting the 2nd and the 4th beat when possible. You see, especially when there's nothing happening, for example in the 6th measure, the 2nd beat, you can accent that. That 9th measure, 2nd beat, and you hit it hard that the strings, the 2 strings under it also ring. As long as you're holding your chords, nothing wrong can go wrong. So let's do the verse, and I'll play it slowly first and then explain it. Pretty much the same as before, just a few added notes. So then we go to our C. In the 2nd beat, I sometimes play only the open E string, so not twice like that, but just this open 1st string. Pick 3 strings together, 2nd, 3rd and the 6th string, to make it a little bit fuller. Again, that change in the alternating bass pattern, do a little jump to the D chord. E minor and G. Again, that payday. And a little couple notes added. And you will see in the tab, bar 29, that the 1st note is in parentheses. You can play it or you don't play it, or you can play both notes together, open. You can play the 2nd string only or the 3rd string only. It's a couple of choices you have there. And here I pretty much that run is da 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 da. It's very well straightforward, and I usually played it in the 31st measure with a little jump there. Da da. I'm playing the open G string. It belongs to the 3rd beat then. Okay, now I'll play it as slowly as possible with the vocals, and I start with the 18th bar. Well, I've done all I can do, and I can't get along with you. I'm gonna take you to your mama payday. 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 Gonna how it sounds with vocals. And now about variations, I did 2 instrumental passes between the vocals, between the verses. The first time, and that's what I play behind the vocals normally, with a few things added. So, for example, in the first measure of that part, so that's the 19th bar, so I did fret the 3rd string, 3rd fret in the 3rd bar, a 3rd beat, sorry, open, open. So the 3rd and the 4th beat are slightly different than in the tab. So it's so that 3rd beat is 3rd beat, 4th beat. Little. And here I did that upward run. And it's done with the pinky open, 3rd fret, 3rd string, open, 2nd string, fretting the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and open 1st string, and 3rd fret, 1st string. So this is the 26th bar, first beat. So I did then. Third string, 3rd fret, and followed by the open 2nd string. E minor? Sorry, no. Here we're doing that pinch on the 29th measure 1st beat. So 3rd string, 3rd fret, followed by the open 2nd string, and ending with the open 3rd string. Notice also that in the 32nd bar, and that goes for the whole song, I let that 3rd fret, 3rd string ring a little bit into the next beat. It's not like it's lower, not like that. What I also did sometimes, I think in the 2nd pass, notice the accenting. I changed, and I did that a couple times in the performance, also during the vocals. I changed the alternating bass pattern. Instead of 6-4-6-4, it's 6-4-5-4. And intermitting the open 3rd string. more time slowly. E minor. Alright, I guess that is pretty much the main things of this song. And once you have the basic arrangement in your fingers, you will feel that you have time in your brain to think about other stuff, well, other little runs and little variations. So fool around with it and listen to Guy Davis' version, and also, if you have the time, to the Mississippi Sheiks with their version of Bootlegger's Blues, which is the same, but they're singing two verses and then the chorus of Payday, but not Payday, but they sing If I Can, If I Can, If I Can Make It to the Woods, If I Can. Okay, have fun. Well, I didn't do the last run. You have to find out something of yourself. That's too difficult to explain. Okay, have fun.